South Carolina is a team that we faced obviously earlier in the year. Very physical team, extremely tough defensively. The way they pressure makes it difficult for you to run offense. So for us, we've got to make sure that we do a good job of understanding the value of taking care of the basketball, running offense, getting good shots. On the other side, they're a team that plays really well in transition, really try to attack and their defense creates offense or just attack you. So we've got to do a good job from a defensive standpoint of getting back and making sure that we don't give them easy baskets. Last time we played them, a couple of things stood out. The rebounding. I think we've become a better rebounding team, so that'll be a challenge for us to make sure we rebound the basketball, and then decision-making against the pressure. We've got to do a good job in those two areas. So looking forward to the game tomorrow. I think our guys are ready. Obviously, coming off of a tough loss in our last game, but I think our guys are excited about the chance to get back on the floor and compete again.
Thanks, Coach. Go ahead and take some questions. Raise your hand. We'll get a microphone. Start with Drew.
I guess for Anthony, how do you feel about Riley's improvement he's made this year, especially coming off the game last time where he scored, I think it was 14 points?
Well, I think like all freshmen, every experience is a brand new experience for them. So I think what happens is as the more you play, the more experience you get, the more comfortable you get. And I think Riley's getting comfortable in terms of what he's capable of doing out there on the floor and the impact that he can have for our team. I think obviously with every game that passes, he gains more confidence. His teammates gain more trust in terms of what he's capable of doing. And this time of year, it's no cliche that freshmen become sophomores at some point during the year. And I think he's matured to that point where he understands what we need out of him and what it takes to try to win.
Going back to Mark.
I know Redden's a veteran, but just how's he raised his game, especially in the offensive end?
Well, yeah, as you mentioned, I think the experience. Redden's a fourth-year junior. We've talked about with Redden being prepared to take advantage of an opportunity that presented itself to get him more consistent minutes. And I think he's playing with great confidence. I think his teammates, again, are helping him in terms of the positions that he's put in. I think defensively, he's one of the elite guys in our league in terms of what he's able to do defensively. So I think if Redden were sitting here, he'd tell you, he's just trying to do the things that help our team.
Back up to Drew.
For Riley, tell me about your recruiting process. Was Alabama like a childhood favorite for you growing up, or did it just kind of emerge as the best possibility for you when you got into high school?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I've always been an Alabama fan, but as the recruiting process went on, it was a long, drawn-out process, and as I narrowed it down, of course, Alabama was always one of my top schools. And then after coming on an unofficial visit, and then just meeting with Coach Grant, and staying in contact with him on the phone, it was a no-brainer for me to stay home and go to Alabama.
Let's go to Sean.
Riley, Coach said at some point freshmen become sophomores. Can you pick a point in the season where you really started to be able to feel the game, where things started to slow down for you?
It's hard to pick a point, but I have to say the LSU game. From then on, I felt like I was gaining more trust from my teammates. They found me all year. That's how I got most of my points. Teammates, like I said, make the game easy for me. So, in that standpoint, from then on, I've gained more confidence. They got me more confidence for myself, and it's become more easier.
Back up to Drew.
Anthony, do you have any update on Ricky? Do you expect him tomorrow at all?
He won't be available tomorrow. Like I said before, if there's any change, I'll let you know. But as of right now, he's not available. Same as it's been.
Right. And I know it's been about 2 months or a month and a half since you played South Carolina. What's the is there a big difference between the two teams with you guys and them since then?
I don't think so. Just watching them on film, I had a chance to watch their last two games. Obviously, coming off of a loss against Texas A&M, they had opportunities in the game. They were right there. A win at Georgia over the last two times they've played. So I think, you know, Frank's doing a good job. His guys have been right there. It's pretty much the same in terms of how aggressive they are on the defensive end and the way they attack on the offensive end.
Back to Cecil.
Coach, this is off topic from the game, but in 6 years now of watching Alabama high school basketball and recruiting, do you feel like it's on an upswing, or are you going to have a chance to go to the state tournament this week?
Yeah, hopefully I'll get a chance to go and watch a part of the tournament this week. I think like anything, it's cyclical. I think that's just been the case all the way through. A lot of talented teams, you know, and at this time of year for high school basketball, you know, it's one and done. And just like March Madness, you know, you see some upsets and maybe some of the more talented teams that don't get a chance to continue their season. But I'm looking forward to the tournament. I think it should be a very well attended event, and a lot of good matchups.
Back over to the room, Sean.
Levi, you and Riley are kind of about the same size. I'm sure you're familiar with him as he was coming up. Do you think y'all's games are similar, or are they not? Like the way you play style, playing style.
You know, just being a basketball player, you have to be versatile. So on the court, you have to be able to play multiple positions, and I think both of us are able to do that and try to bring what we can to the team and try to help the team as much as possible.
John, do you have?
Coach, what do you remember from recruiting Justin Coleman? Does anything stick out from that 3 months or however?
Great family, great young man. Played on an outstanding high school basketball team where they had a chance every year to win championships. Great environments, watching him play. Very competitive practices, and just all around. I think he's a competitor. That's probably the biggest thing that sticks out.
Time for a couple more questions. Anything else? All right. Thank you, guys.